Hello, I am Dr. Eddie Inc. I am a retired dentist with a sound knowledge of physiology and pharmacology. I also have a degree in biological science. Here are the latest dietary news I'd like to tell you. There is a common saying, "You are what you eat." Nothing is more pertinent if you are getting older and suffering a bit of diabetes like me. By having a sensible diet, not only do I feel better, I also look younger. Friends who haven't seen me for a few months often remark that I am looking more youthful. I am going to tell you what I eat and what I don't eat and why. Please note, what I am about to tell you, although well researched, is not to be adopted without consulting your doctor. My interpretation of the literature may not be totally objective. The first item is red meat. I seldom eat red meat even though it is rich in important nutrients such as vitamin B12. If I do have red meat, I would choose unprocessed red meat and cook with gentle heat and often leaving it undercooked. At restaurants, I would order blue instead of well done. According to Rosemary Silver, a well-known health professional, red meat is associated with certain cancer, cardiovascular disease, and obesity. It would seem, during evolution from non-human animals, we have changed the sialic acid molecule in the cell membrane, so that, once our cells are altered by incorporation of sialic acid molecules from dietary intake of red meat, the altered cells in our body are recognized by our immune system as foreign and start attacking them. This will lead to increase in total chronic inflammation and lead to many diseases. How did our ancestor develop such a peculiar mutation? The prevailing hypothesis asserts that our humanoid chimpanzee ancestor was tormented by malaria parasites. A chance mutation in the sialic acid molecule closed the door to the parasite and rendered our ancestor resistant to malaria infection. This strain of ancestor was very fortunate and eventually took over the world. Then how come modern humans still suffer from malaria infection? Well, the sneaky parasite had a mutation of its own that could unlock the door in the cell membrane to enter the human cell. Please refer to John Pepper's research on sialic acid. The reference is in the description. Of course, a diet without red meat has to be supplemented with an occasional vitamin pill or other foods rich in vitamin B such as mushroom and red rice. So, what do I eat for protein instead of red meat? Anything non-mammalian including fish and poultries, not to mention the almighty eggs. Well, if you are so inclined, frogs and snakes can also be included in the menu. Please pardon my warped sense of humor. Of course, plant protein is totally safe. Beans and nuts are full of protein. They form an important part of my diet. For beans, I like green peas and bean salsa made from chickpeas, kidney beans, and black beans. For nuts, I like walnuts, almonds, and peanuts. I like them freshly roasted. The nuts must be of good quality. Rancid nuts are harmful to the body, particularly rancid peanuts. The second topic I wish to discuss is red wine. It is a double-edged sword. I am still sitting on the fence on this one. I used to drink 100 ml of red wine every day to lower my blood sugar level because I suffer from type 2 diabetes. Additionally, it relaxes my body and probably provides some antioxidative effect. That was until I had a double hernia operation a couple of years ago. The surgeon wanted me to stop drinking wine altogether. Is it for a while? I asked. Forever, the surgeon said. The cancer risk and potential damage to the liver, pancreas, and brain isn't worth it. The surgeon also believes there is no minimum safety dose. This message had been repeated by another surgeon, my dear cousin, who is one of the top surgeons in Sydney. Once I saw her taking a sip of wine and immediately washing it down with water. To avoid esophagus cancer, I suppose. I must say I miss my wine, and I occasionally sneak an odd social drink. A famous Nobel Prize winner once said, "There is more to life than constantly avoiding diseases." There is the feel-good factor to consider as well. So, what do I drink? I drink a lot of filtered water. I have a reverse osmosis filter at home that removes the impurities from the town water, particularly the heavy metals. I have a cup of tea in the morning and 80 ml of pomegranate juice at night. And I love soup. By the way, whatever you drink, don't drink anything overly hot because it will damage the esophagus. Ultra hot strong black tea that the Chinese like to drink is known to cause problem. Well, what am I going to eat today? I had a soft boiled egg this morning and an avocado. I am going to eat roasted chicken for lunch with some green salad and a bit of kimchi. Kimchi is good for the bowel. Tonight I'll have a piece of salmon. In between, I will snack on nuts. I don't eat after 6:30 when I am at home. It is better to sleep with an empty stomach. There are a number of reasons. When there is food in the stomach produces gastric juice for digestion. This juice is very acidic. When lying down horizontally to sleep, some of it may leak into the esophagus and cause damage. Another reason not to eat after 6:30 is to prolong the period of fasting. If I stop eating early in the evening and don't have breakfast until 8:30 in the morning, I have a good 14 hours. Fasting is known to have a lot of health benefits, including weight loss, improving blood sugar level control, increasing insulin sensitivity, maintaining good brain function, decreasing blood pressure, slowing down heart rate, and even preventing cancer. Furthermore, I sleep better with an empty stomach. How do I know my sleep is sound? Well, I don't recall any dream. I don't need to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet. It is like when I open my eyes, I see daylight and I completely lose track of time. The last topic is a Japanese study on prevention of Parkinson's disease. To better understand the relationship between the microbial characteristics of the gut and Parkinson's disease, Hiroshi Nishiwaki and Jun Yayama from the Nagoya University examined stool samples of patients from a number of countries. They observed a decrease in the bacterial genes responsible for the synthesizing of riboflavin, vitamin B2, and biotin, vitamin B7, in patients diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Riboflavin and biotin, derived from both food and gut microbiota, have anti-inflammatory properties, which may counteract the neuroinflammation seen in diseases like Parkinson's disease. It appears, B vitamins play crucial roles in the metabolic processes that influence the production and functions of two agents that help maintain the integrity of the intestinal barrier, preventing toxins from entering the bloodstream. Supplementation therapy targeting riboflavin and biotin holds promise as a potential therapeutic avenue for alleviating symptoms and slowing disease progression. A begging question is, can B vitamins slow down the progress of other chronic inflammatory diseases such as arthritis and diabetes? Anyway, for those who only eat red meat sparingly, I guess it wouldn't hurt to start popping a few B vitamin pills. For dosage, please consult a dietitian. This presentation is part of my lifestyle channel featuring health, music, horticulture, dining and cooking. My channel is not a Possible. Thanks a million.